Hey guys, it's Lisa from Turning Pages, and welcome to my TBR for February. January is coming to an end really quickly, and it's time to decide what books I'm going to read for next month. If you've been following me through my blog for a while now, then you know I post one of these at the beginning of every month, and I feel that they're very helpful to stick with what I'm reading, because usually I'll just pick a book, and then I'm like, oh, I don't really want to read that one, so then I'll just pick another one. But that's not really what I need to do. I need to kind of lay out what books I need to be reading and reviewing and just getting done to finish and complete series, or just books that have been sitting around for a while. So I started doing TBRs for, at the beginning of the month, maybe a year ago or two, maybe a year and a half ago. And I've been doing them ever since, and I found them to be really helpful and really easy. And I know a lot of people have a hard time doing them, but I find them actually really fun. So this month's TBR is actually a little bit bigger than I would usually have it, but that's because I have a couple of shorter books or books that I get through really quickly. So the order that I'm showing you the books isn't necessarily the order that I'll be reading them, but kind of generally, I guess. Review books are definitely on the top, as well as NetGalley ebooks. And then some books that I just have been wanting to read are closer to the bottom of the list, but I usually get to quite a few of them. So just because I'm showing you some books in a certain order doesn't mean I'll be reading them in that order. And the first book I'll be reading is The Tyrant's Daughter by J.C. Carlson. And this one's about a girl who's 15 years old, and her father is killed in the war in the Middle East, and she moves to America, and basically her whole life changes. It's a total culture shock for her, and she meets new people, makes new friends, and she lives this whole different lifestyle. And basically she gets with the CIA or something like that, and she tries to take back her throne in the Middle East. So I guess she's kind of like royalty there or something. But definitely interesting. I haven't read anything like that before about war or the Middle East, so it'll definitely be a different type of read for me. Is Better Off Friends by Elizabeth Eulberg. So Better Off as Friends is about two best friends, one guy, one girl, and they are truly best friends. And they kind of find that gets in their way a little bit, because other people outside of their friendship kind of assume that they're together or that they have something going on, but truly they are just really good friends. So maybe, I'm not sure, don't take my word for this, but maybe they kind of consider getting together, and then they find out that they might be just better off as friends. So again, that's Better Off Friends by Elizabeth Eulberg. And yep, those are my two NetGalley reads for this month. So we'll get to the paperback and hardback books next. So if you watched my book haul from, I think, last week or so, it was a couple of days ago, I hauled two review books. And the first one is Goddess Spells for Busy Girls by Jen McConnell. Again, this is one that I'm really, really excited to read because it is so short. And it's not really a story. It's actually more like it's actually small little spells. The entire book is just filled with these little spells. They're kind of sort of laid out like recipes, and they kind of have some background history to them. And it gives you a list of ingredients you need, and then the steps you take, and it kind of goes into detail of what this spell is supposed to do for you. And each page has pictures on it, and it just looks like a really fun read that's very different from anything else that I've read. So next one that I got for a review, and that I'll be reading this month, is Enough Rope by P.L. Doss. This one I also had in my TBR, or in my book haul last week. And this is one of the ones that I'm actually really excited to read as well. I've never read anything about a murder case, and this is about a guy, and he finds his friend hanging from a tree, dead. And the police isn't really investigating it, so instead he goes out and he sees who did it, why they did it, and why these other people were being killed as well. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Again, that's Enough Rope by P.L. Doss. Ink by Amanda Sun. The cover looks amazing. Honestly, one of the best covers I've seen in my life. It is so stinking pretty. It's honestly mind-blowing. I don't really have any idea what this one's about. I kind of don't really want to spoil it for myself by reading the synopsis or looking anything up online, and I also don't really want that to affect my opinion when I'm reviewing this one on their website. So I'm just going to go ahead and read this one not knowing a single thing. So that's Ink by Amanda Sun. So the last books that I'll be showing you are books that aren't really for review, but I've just been wanting to read or trying to finish to complete series and stuff like that. So the first book that I have on my pile right here is one that's actually from last month that I didn't actually get to. So that is Goddess by Josephine Angelini. I am excited for this one. The covers all look so beautiful. It's really crazy. They're all so stinking shiny. I love it. If you don't really know what this is about, it's kind of a Greek mythology sort of retelling, modern retelling. The main character's name is Helen, and she lives on the island of Nantucket, I think that's how you pronounce it, Nantucket. And one day, this boy, she sees him in the hallway, and she's never seen him before, he's new. And she just gets so angry, and she just wants to beat the crap out of him, and she does at one point in the story. And then she finds out that she's actually a god, or she's a descendant from a god. I think they're called demigods or something. And she finds out that so is he, as well as all his cousins and his sister or something, or his, like, I don't know. There's a couple of the teenagers that are all like related, and they're all these ancestors as well, or these descendants. So she finds out that, well, she already knew that she was a little bit different from everybody because she's like extremely strong and super fast. But now she knows why, and she kind of builds her skills and her abilities, and now she can fly, and she just has all these like superpowers. So, and then I don't want to give away too much more because you guys need to read the book. So yeah, and then the second book for me was a little, I kind of had like a hard time getting through it, but I am excited for this one because I heard that this one was much better than the second one. So we'll see what I think. Again, that's Goddess by Josephine Angelini. So if you watched my book haul last week, then you would have seen this next book already as well. And this one is Revolution 19 by Greg Rosenblum. The first time I saw this book was the day when I went to the store and picked it up. I haven't heard of it. Like, I haven't seen anybody review it. I haven't seen anybody haul it. Maybe I'm behind, or I don't know. But, so Revolution 19 is actually about a, like, futuristic kind of world where these aliens come down and basically take over the human race and turn all humans into slaves. And I'm not sure, so don't quote me on this, but I think a group of friends escapes somehow, or tries to escape, or actually does escape. I'm not sure, but definitely interested. I haven't really read too many books with aliens, so yeah, especially aliens that completely take over the human race. So that's good. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. Definitely excited to read this one. So the next 4 books are the first 4 books in a series, and I read this series, or I began this series right when I was first like getting into blogging, so almost 3 years, probably about 3.5 years ago. I maybe read the first 4 or 5 books, but I haven't read any since, and I think there's about 12 or 13 out right now. So I'm really wanting to get back into it because a lot of people are enjoying the books later in the series, so I want to obviously enjoy them too. So I'm gonna start rereading the series again so I can catch up, because 3.5 years is a long time ago and I don't really remember what happened in most of them. So the first book is Marked by PC and Christine Cast. The second one is Betrayed. The third one is Chosen. And the fourth one is Untamed. And the fourth one is Untamed. Then the last 4 books are also part of a series that I loved. And I think this is the second time I'm rereading the first, okay, I'm lying. This is like the third or fourth time I'm rereading the first and second book. But I originally read the series up to the 6th book, or up to the 7th book. I haven't read the 8th or anything new that was just recently released. So I want to reread the entire thing and the new books that came out, because I haven't posted reviews of these ones yet onto my blog. And I feel like if I write a review 2 years after I read the book, the review won't be as valid as it probably should be. So I'll be rereading the entire series, but for right now, I'm just going to try to reread the first 4 books this month. So the first one is Pretty Little Liars by Sarah Shepard. The second one is Flawless. The third one is Perfect. The third one is Perfect. And the fourth one is Unbelievable. So yeah, that is my TBR for this month. If you've read any of these books, feel free to leave a comment down below with your opinions or thoughts or likes and dislikes. So yeah, I'll be seeing you guys later. I'll see you guys later. Bye.